Hey!
We are live!
How are you today?
We've just done a thumbnail for the YouTube and we're just a pair of fans.
Normally it's always a... we always do the same face, so I decided to do a monkey face today.
Monkey.
Better get the comments
So,
up.
yeah, we're just getting the comments on. So this live stream, ultimately what we're doing is we're just going to be asking the question, how can we help you? Our mission at the moment is to help as many people as we can. I'm just going to help myself to the YouTube. Steve, the Technophile, says morning. Of course it will be morning depending on where you are.
Steve.
Scuba Steve, what's that from? Big Daddy.
Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve. That's Big
Yeah,
Daddy, isn't
it
it?
is.
Yeah. Of course, Big Daddy. So yeah, we wanted to ask the question for this live stream is how can we help you? Where do you require, whether it's nutrition, whether it's the training, mindset, motivation, whatever, we are here to help.
What do you get the most out of? Whether it's watching our videos and you thought, you know what? I loved that video and I got so much from it. Now, we're not talking about us wearing the kilts, getting our tops off and doing the slow-mos and stuff. We're not talking about that, although there'll be plenty of that to come. What we're talking about is the information and the videos that you thought, you know what? That really changed my life. That gave me something to act on.
Yeah.
Whether it's from us personally or maybe you've seen something on another channel and you thought, oh, I'd love the coaches to do that. Let us know in the comments and we will answer questions live right now, right here.
Yep.
And if there's something warranting and a little bit of more of an explanation, then we'll make a whole video on it just for you.
So some of the shout outs, Beth Allison's on, Virgilio Gentalen's on, Jennifer Blair's on, my favourite Texan Cheryl's on,
Hey.
Joe Byers, Jojo Potato's on.
Steve the Technophile from San Francisco. Benny Boo, hey Kilted coaches.
Benny Boo!
Calvin, I'm going to say Wonga there, but
Calvin.
it's not, it's Wongan.
Wongan, yeah, he
Wongan.
comments quite often.
Good morning
actually,
everyone from snowy Minnesota.
yeah. Ronnie Allen, Sheila Lightmeyer, good morning from New Jersey, good morning coaches. Happy
Good
days.
morning, good morning, good morning. It is the afternoon for us though.
Yep.
It is 3:20.
We've just actually, there's a new function actually on YouTube, and it's called memberships.
I'm going to flip this.
Oh, we're going to flip it. So yeah, the new thing's called membership. So apparently you can get, we've put up our logo as a badge. So people that become, I guess they're members of it. I don't know how it works. So if anyone wants to become a member or whatever and test it what it's like, go onto our homepage and you'll see join and you can become a member and get our logo as your
It's funny because social media, like they work behind the background to do a bunch of stuff. And like, coaches, do you want to do this for your audience? We're like, sure, that sounds great.
I have no idea how it works.
What is it?
What is it? Are we Holly Dolly's on?
Hi Holly.
Kaylee Marie's on, Bill Poole. The Holly we actually got on a stool, the Holly stool. We'll get the Holly stool, will we?
Who wants to see Holly's stool?
Let's see Holly stool. So we're making changes to the man cave. Now, Holly's got a bit of a swagger anyway, that's why she's allowed in the man cave.
Holly's stool's just got my hand all sticky. Like,
This
it's
is the
red.
Holly stool, so that's
I'm going to go wash my hand.
when she's coming in here to, why is it?
It's all greasy. I grabbed it by there. It's all greasy.
The greasy stool. So yeah, we've got a wee stool to go with the desk so that Holly can come in and do some work rather than
Right.
being lazy and not.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm going to wash my hand from that greasy shaft.
And I will hold the fort. Now we've got a new map tier. This is a new map tier. So the person's name was Ali Zaman. I'm assuming that's Ali is the man, but anyway, Ali Zaman. Now, Ali didn't tell us where he lived. So the map tier, if you go to patreon.com /the Kilted Coaches, you can get on our map tier, which we've got some awesome people here. Joe Byers, who is Jojo Potato, who's on at the moment, is right there. There's a few other people on. So I am going to pin Ali Zaman. So if you're watching Ali, thank you for becoming a map tier and supporting the channel. And I hope you've got a warm jacket because you're going to Greenland. So until you give us your address, that is you, Ali. You are in Greenland and we'll get your wee avatar. There we go. We're going to give it. Holly's saying not guilty. I guess that's to do with the greasy shaft.
Greasy shaft. Do you ever meet people that you don't really know and they say hi and you go, hello?
Hello.
Like, you're about to say hi and you say hello, but you say, hello. I just said that in the kitchen. I was like, wash my hands, she's like that. I was like, hello.
I've got this stupid face that I do in the supermarket when I kind of walk past and then you try to help somebody, you're like, like you're moving your trolley, you're getting out of the way of the person, they're like, thank you, and you're like, and I feel myself doing it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, must be a nervous thing that I pinch my lips. I know it's weird.
Who else is on? Benny Boo. I followed you a while ago. My name is Robin Banks. Oh, cool.
Robin Banks, that rings a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Andrew T, love the Mindset Monday videos, have been making me think more positively and more carefully about what I eat. Andrew T, so Mindset Mondays.
Yep. Now we've got a good one from Jennifer Van Blair. So Jennifer's saying, how can we help you? Powering through when you're injured, can you elaborate on a time you couldn't work at your best and how you adjusted your mindset? The struggle is real to even put those positive things in place I can do, making wise choice about nutrition. So powering through when injured, can you elaborate on a time you couldn't work at your best and how you adjusted your mindset?
I've got an awesome experience recently. If you follow the my page, I won't mention that. Anyway, so I took up judo about 18 months ago, and 4 months ago I broke my toe. And so you just can't do it. Let's accept it. It'll be about 4 to 6 weeks before it can go back. That was really quite easy because I was like, do you know what? I know it's 4 to 6 weeks. I can do absolutely anything in between. I still went along to judo a couple of times just to see what they were doing, and I just carried on with my upper body work. And I was actually, after a couple of weeks, I was able to do squats and whatnot because of my pinky toe, and you don't really need that for squatting. So I just got on with it. But then I got tendonitis in my left knee, which was then a longer sort of progress. Where are you going?
I'm going into the basement. Carry on.
Always do. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. So I got tendonitis in my knee, and which actually put me out for another 3 months. So overall, it was like I was out for 4 months. And you just have to accept it. Now, depending on what the injury is, of course. So with my pinky toe, I was like, do you know what? I can do a bunch of other things. When it was the knee, I then couldn't squat, I couldn't deadlift, I couldn't do any lower body work. And if you know the time frame that you kind of got to set aside or could recover from, then just clear it up in your head and say, I am going to be off for that amount of time with this particular exercise or sport or whatever it might be. But the best way to look at it and keep yourself positive, keep yourself happy, is rather than saying, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that and I'm injured because of this and I'm going to be left behind, you ask yourself a really positive question and say, right, what can I do? What can I improve on? Is there any weaknesses that I can make strengths? So for instance, when my knee was bothered, I was like, well, I know I'm quite weak in comparison to other movements. I'm quite weak with my shoulder press. So I thought, oh, I'll just work on that and I'll make that one of my strengths. So I started working on that, and you can build things up. So ask yourself, what can I do?
Now, Duncan Smith's question, this is a really good one actually. How do I motivate myself? For 6 months I've had no motivation to go back to the gym. I used to love it, but now nothing. Any suggestions? So Duncan, what I would suggest is mix things up and change your whole mindset about training, because there's times, I mean, I'm actually going through a period at the moment, right now, the last 4 weeks, all I've been focused on is press-ups. I've not been that interested in other parts of training because I wanted to take a break from what I was doing, just focus on press-ups, wee challenge I'm doing, and I'm now getting excited to go back to weights come December. So you've taken a break, that's completely fine. So then what, start thinking, what do you fancy doing when you go back? And it can be absolutely anything. You might think to yourself, right, I'm going to go high reps, or I might just go for leg stuff, or I might focus on my core. It doesn't matter, you don't have to always go all-round fitness as long as you're doing something and raising the heart rate. So how do we think about maybe something you've not tried, or something you haven't tried for a while, and do something that you feel like doing? Because that's the thing with motivation. Yeah. Sometimes the whole, you sit there and think, right, I need to go to the gym tonight. Oh, I can't be bothered doing a full hour's workout, full body, legs, arm, whatever you're going to do. Just think, what would I do? Bare minimum, yeah. What would I do?
Yeah, maintaining that sort of healthy relationship with the gym, that's probably the most important thing that you can do there. Yeah, so like Rab said, think about it, say, well, what do I fancy doing? We go through periods as well, like Rab just said, he's doing press-ups at the moment because that's what you want to do at this time. If we get a client who said, oh yeah, I'm active all the time, I just do press-ups all the time, we'd be like, right, let's discuss that, because that's it's not balanced and everything else. However, we know that Rab is normally balanced with always training, therefore if there's a little period where all you're doing is press-ups, that's fine. I went through a period of, I'm a big believer of like squats and deadlifts and the big functional compound movements. But when you go through a certain phase, depending on how tired you are as well, what else you've got going on in your life at the moment, where your head's at, you might be saying, do you know what? I'm just going to go to the gym and I'm going to do what I want to do. And sometimes that's just going to the gym and I'll do a bit of a warm up. I'll do some bicep curls, might do some flies or some bench press, and I'm like, right, I'm good, I'm done. You leave the gym. The next day you come in, you might say, do some triceps and some rows. Yeah, do something that's going to keep things interesting. Find something new. Get a trainer. Join a new program. There's a bunch of options. Just do something different. Another thing is meditate, and there's different ways that you can meditate. What I'd recommend for you is to sit down and just be alone with your thoughts and just think, okay, why am I beating myself up about going to the gym? You obviously want to go to the gym, but then something's stopping you from actually going because I'm not really motivated. Well, you either want to go or you don't. And sometimes you go through this kind of mental process in your head of, okay, well, why do I want to go? What does it mean to me? Is it important to me? Why is it not important to me? And just analyse all your thoughts and all your feelings and all your emotions, and then you say, do you know what? This is what I want to do, and I'm going to give myself a break. You know, do what I want to do.
Do what you want to do. Just in between, we're going to give a shout out. Now, was that last month? Maybe it was 2 months ago.
It was a couple of months ago.
Yeah, we were trying something new, and the local Pony Club Games team, Stratherms Games team, were raising money to go down to the Horse of the Year show, and we went along, did a lovely video with them, got on the horse, made an arse of ourselves, but it was all good fun, right? So they went down to the Horse of the Year, and they came third, I believe, which is excellent. I think it was third anyway.
Yeah, they did come third, yeah.
And they made this really nice card, which I'm going to read out in just a moment, with little clips from when they were down there. And they left a really nice message. Dear Rab and Stephen, that's the right way around. Thank you so much for coming and making a film about us and our training. It was such a fun thing to do. It took up a huge amount of your time, so we really appreciate everything you did. The best part for us was seeing you both try and do some of the games on Gunner. That must have been a laugh, to be fair. Thank you also for organising to auction off your personalised hat silks, that's right.
Yeah, we did, yep.
Just fabulous. We had the most incredible week at Horse of the Year show. It was tough and competitive, but against all the odds, we were third. Oh, that's what I remember, eh? Not bad for a wee team from Perthshire. Thank you again for all your help. Lots of love. Millie, Rowan, Ollie, Emily, Jess, and Jessica, and of course the trainer Randall, with lots of kisses, probably from Randall.
Or Randall.
Oh, Randall,
Both the
yeah.
kisses.
So thank you again to Stratherms Pony Club team.
Yeah, great bunch of kids. They were all very polite, very skillful, talented. When we were watching them, we were like, we went on the horses and we're like, okay, and we're like just on a tiny little walk. It's called a walk, right? With a horse.
Trot.
Trot.
Trot, yeah.
Done what trot when we walk?
There's trot, and then there's, I think it's trot, rise and trot, canter.
Oh, really?
And gallop.
How's the gallop go?
That's me if a horse started
Well,
galloping.
when you see the girls and the boy going to run around as fast as they can, and they're scooping down like Indiana Jones and scooping up tennis balls and stuff, like, whoa, amazing. So
it was pretty
very
impressive.
impressed.
So it was awesome. And I saw a question Fiona Webster asked further up to do with secret body.
Ooh.
So they said they're going to do more secret body. So for those in the UK, we've been working last year on our TV show, which went out last Thursday.
Week today.
Week
The whole
today,
week.
yeah. Now, if you go onto our social media channels, anyone in the UK can access it via the iPlayer. Those in the US, there are ways to do it, but I'm not going to tell you how because I don't want to.
Let's see how many people are in the UK at the moment. Can you give us a thumbs up if you're in the UK? And if you have not watched Secret Body yet, then please go and do so.
Yeah.
If you have watched it, go and watch it again, because the more views we get, the more chance of there being more shows.
Yeah.
And then the more shows there are in a series, then chances of it becoming a US show, and being worldwide, maybe on Netflix or Amazon or Apple, then even more likely. So get on the iPlayer and get those views up.
Yeah, but it was a fun experience.
Yeah, it really was.
Last Thursday we had a nice get together, so friends and family. Had a few whiskies, watched it. It was weird seeing us on TV,
We
wasn't
were
it?
drinking whiskey for a good 11 hours.
That's right. Amateurs. That was
Fine.
an average day for
It was
us.
fine.
You know.
But no, it was a fantastic experience, and actually the company Stellify, who made the show with for the BBC, were just amazing, really good. I mean, in terms of our first experience into the TV world and working with a production company, we couldn't have asked for anything better. Honestly, there's no faults whatsoever. We're going to say, oh, it was great, but there was no buts.
Yeah.
There was no buts. They were
So
just
if
cool.
you're in the UK, go onto your iPlayer and search for Secret Body and give it a watch. And yeah, happy days.
Right, we've got a bunch of comments here. I got the red watch, but I'm no fitter.
The red watch.
Phil Richards, you got a watch like this? Oh, you have to use it for your fitness. Is it important to lift heavily to gain bigger muscles? Benjamin, good question. Yes, next question.
It's good to cycle your training. I like to go heavy for a while. In recent years, I don't like going heavy too much because when I was younger, I used to like the buzz of lifting heavier weights. And then what would happen, I'd do that for 6 to 8 weeks as a part of a program, and then I'd like to go high volume on the back of that, and it fills the muscle back out, and rinse, repeat, and get heavier and so on. Nowadays, I don't tend to enjoy going too heavy. I go for a while just to challenge myself. I enjoy the high volume now, and I still continue to grow, which I'm happy with.
Everybody's going to be slightly different, but it depends what you mean by heavy as well. A lot of people say, oh, I'm going heavy to get big muscles, and they might only do, say, up to 5 reps. Now that can work, but that you're mainly working for strength, and actually a better way of developing big muscles is to go for about the 8 to 12 range. Really, I mean, so you're struggling really doing 12, and what happens is you're causing micro damage to the muscles, which stimulates growth, but you're also filling the muscles full of blood. And wherever the blood is going, that's where all the nutrients are going. So when you're eating food afterwards, it gets pumped back into the muscles, and you get this inflation. Yeah, it makes your muscles bigger, but also it's the micro damage. So you kind of get a mixture of both. But saying that, people can get bigger muscles from doing sets of 5, and some people get big muscles from doing sets of 20. It really depends on the individual. So I would say, go through that sort of rep range. Spend 2 to 3 months at each range. Start with endurance, going to 15 reps. Come down to what they call hypertrophy, which is your muscle building, 8 to 12, and then try some sets of 5. 5 sets of 5 is usually quite a good protocol to go for, and see what works best for you. And if they all work, then great. Just do what Rab says and just go through the full cycle.
Cycle around.
Cycle around.
Get the pump like Arnold. Get the pump. Trying to jump between YouTube and Facebook with the comments, so everybody is.
If you're looking for a good fitness routine for someone that has Parkinson's, that's quite a very unique, specific answer to that one. So I would say, if you've got Parkinson's, I would advise seeking the advice of a fitness professional in your area, so they can monitor you and assess you properly. I wouldn't say it's professional to give an answer like that across the internet. I'm going to stick with that one.
I'm going to clan member Susan Hurst is on. Hi guys, good to see you live. Susan McKenna's on. Hi boys, hope you're well.
Hey hey.
And Jennifer's replying to somebody else about having a baby now. Well, I'm just get Kim Smith's asking, what is the best way to get rid of middle-aged belly? Ooh. So middle-aged belly, which is probably common for a lot of people for one reason or another. I see that Jennifer's mentioned after having a baby, etc. You want to obviously look at your calorie deficit. Create a calorie deficit first and foremost, okay? And you can do that either with a bit through nutrition, but your exercise. So when it comes to your workouts, we like to do sort of big complex movements. Squats, deadlifts, squat presses. The ones that use big muscle groups burns a lot of energy. So during your workout you'll burn a lot of energy, but then for 2 to 3 hours after your workout, your body will continue to churn calories for fun. So you're in a nice catabolic state. That is a good place to start. Then, nutrition-wise, you want to create a calorie deficit. So you want to have a look at what your calories are coming in. You don't necessarily need to count calories, just roughly get an idea and reduce it slightly. The training and reducing calories together should hopefully switch things around. And that, coupled with probably reducing sugars from your diet where possible, because sugars tends to hold weight across the middle. Now, if you've got a bit of middle-aged spread and it's getting bigger or has been getting better, then the argument would be made that maybe there is too much sugars in the diet because then it's growing. Therefore, by reversing them, it should reverse the process. So, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Andrew T is saying, I've got a desk-based job, so don't exercise enough during the day. Have you got any suggestions on any exercises I could get or do it at my desk? There's 2 parts to this answer, 2 sides to the same coin. On one hand, I would say, yeah, absolutely, you can do a bunch of things. If you're sat at a desk, you can start to say, well, you can do some arm circles, and you can do lat raises, or you can do overheads, or you can do some twisty movements. But the second side to that answer is, if you can sit at your desk and do this and do this, you're not going to get any work done. And if your boss is okay with you doing that, you'd be much better just getting off your seat and going for a walk.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to do any work anyway. So unless your boss is kind of, as long as you're sat at your desk, I don't care what you do. You're like, okay, well, I'll just do some exercise. I would kind of analyse your life and say, well, do you know what? I'm going to work, but you know, people get out for smoke breaks and whatnot. So why can't you get out for a 10-minute walk break? Get some fresh air. You can do some squats. You can do some lunges. You can do a bunch of stuff in 10 minutes. Get back to your desk and carry on working. This also comes down to a mindset point. I believe that you should be fully immersed in the task that you are doing, whether it's work or doing a live feed onto Facebook and YouTube, whether it's drinking a beer, you know, really enjoy the beer. If you're eating a pizza, really enjoy the pizza, be there in the moment. If you're speaking to somebody, then speak to them and be present. If you're trying to work and trying to exercise at the same time, you're not really going to be mindful. And one major thing, is a tip for everybody watching here now, is when you're exercising, being very mindful of the mind-muscle connection. So if you're doing some bicep curls, okay, let's use that as an example. It's not great for burning fat, but hey ho, it's good for developing biceps,
which are important to
her. So if you want to do bicep curls, you're going to be much better, much more beneficial, and you have much more muscle activation if you think about the muscle. So when you're lifting up, you're squeezing, you're trying to feel the muscle. It's not just a case of going through the motions. You feel the muscle, you come down, you fully extend, you get the stretch on, you come back up again. So you're fully immersed in that experience. Totally understand that sometimes it's not possible. You are looking for other ways of burning calories while you're doing other tasks, and that's cool. But just in general, be mindful of what you're doing right now.
The question is as well, is that you're looking to exercise while at work, but then you might be looking, why not try and get your workout, get up that little bit earlier in the morning and do something before you go to work, or get yourself in the mindset that the minute you finish work, get your workout done. Now, it might be the case, and I know it's like if you're sat at a desk all day, bish bash boss, the idea to go home and then go to the gym, or go to the gym on your way home, that sometimes works. Maybe if you've got a space in your work, when you finish work, you've shut the computer down for the day and everybody's leaving, do your workout right there and then. If you're in a sort of small space, you don't need a lot of room. Do it right there and then go home. Yeah. Rather than trying to squeeze it in through your day, where you'll probably, if you're having a bad day or you're busy, your workout will take a back seat. No, the minute you finish your working day, when you clock out, boom, workout done, then you go home, and then you're not stressed about trying to squeeze it in.
So when I went back to judo on Tuesday, the first time in 4 months, I was chatting away to Stevie, who's he's one of the black belts, he's really good. And he was saying, I was chatting away, I was like, actually, after 4 months, I've been desperate to get back. Now I'm ready to get back, all my busy period's finished, I'm here. And I actually nearly didn't come just because it's cold outside, I was settled in the house, I was like, I get a bit tired, and I was like, oh, nearly didn't come. And I says, but you know, ultimately I want to be a black belt in judo, I want a black belt more than I want to be comfortable. That's plain simple. And Stevie made a good point. He says, I don't go home on a Tuesday. He says, I work. And I says, I know I'm going to get my judo at 7:30, therefore I just work till 7:30. Or I work till 7, then come here. He says, if I go home, I wouldn't be here. I'm like, well, there you go. So what he's taken is, he's taken, you know, rather than saying, oh, I need to have more willpower to get out. He's like, no, you don't need willpower. If you preempt it, you know what it's going to take. He said, well, if I go home, I'm not going to do anything. Therefore, like Rab said, you finish your work, you get it done there and then.
Sure, it's like you go home, you have a bit of bite to eat, you get comfortable at home, and you're like, it's harder to go out again.
Yeah. So you're just sat in a warm sofa and you've got a TV on, you're like, I could just chill out here. I could go to judo and go out in the cold again, or I could sit here. It's don't think that you've got this iron will, and if you want it bad enough, you can do it. Cheat the system, preempt it, and negate the need for willpower by changing a few things around. So we've got Holly Cunningham. Hi guys, my Mystic Magic.
Hey, that rings a bell.
That rings a bell. Holly Cunningham doesn't ring a bell, but we know your real name now. Mystic Magic definitely does. Just wanted to thank you for your great videos. They are a great inspiration for me. I lost 22 pounds so far and
well
still
done,
working
Holly.
on it. Holly, fist bump to you. Well done. That's awesome. Alicia P. Hey, I just want to thank you all for your effort and videos. You are super funny and I really adore you both. Well, thanks, Alicia. Good morning, guys. Speaking of which, how's your toe, Stephen? Paulina. Hey there, Paulina. How can you help? Any job offers? Sorry,
Thistle
Paulina.
fluffer.
We're always looking for new thistle
Now,
fluffer.
was it Ken is a thistle fluffer? Who's our thistle fluffer?
I think it is. Is it Ken?
Because remember you went and heard from him for a while, or was it Frank? Was it Ken?
Oh,
It was Frank, I think. I think Frank was the thistle. I can't even say it. Thistle fluffer.
Thistle fluffer.
Thistle fluffer.
Speaking of it, so yeah, Paulina, my toe is absolutely fine now. It was fine 3 months ago, but then I got tendonitis in my knee, and it wasn't great.
Oh, do you think they're linked?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, bums.
I do my workouts before making supper. Susan Hurst. Hi, Susan.
Yeah, good job.
If you find a time of the day that works for you, everybody's completely different. I prefer training in the morning. Yeah. If I get on with my day and think, right, I'm going to go train now, I've got a half-hour's attempt at a workout. Yeah. Whereas if I just get up, I do my first client, come back, I have a coffee, get into my training, and then I can get on with my day, knowing I've trained.
I've worked out that I prefer either the morning or just after lunch. I've realised I can't train too close to a mealtime.
Yeah.
If I've not eaten yet, I start to get needing to eat.
Okay.
Whereas if I've got up, had my breakfast, done a few clients, and then or trained first thing, I'm good to go. The minute I start to get near lunchtime, say I had clients till 10, half 10, that's just too close to lunchtime, and I realise my motivation's not the same.
I actually like that. I like finishing my workout knowing that it's meal time now, and I can have a big meal.
Yeah, Joey Gallen's on.
Joey.
Joey. Brian is saying, I'm considering emigrating to the Netherlands. Can I still get you there? Well, I guess so if you've got internet, right? You can get us worldwide.
Depends what you're talking about, Facebook and YouTube, because that's just worldwide. The World Wide Web. Or the worldwide, according to Rap. www.
When I say, go to our website, it's because it's www. It makes me feel like I've said it 3 times. It wasn't until you
pointed it out. It's really 6 U's, isn't it?
Yeah.
www.
And I'm just like, yeah.
www.
Joey is saying, proud of you guys and your successes. Best wishes to so much more. Thank you, Joey.
Thank you, Joey.
You're a legend. Joey. He always makes that day.
It's going to be funny when we meet Joey one day.
Which we will.
We're going to meet Joey one day. We will. And it's just going to be one of those great encounters.
I can see him. We'll come off the plane and he'll have the wee signs and Coach Allen. You'll just hear my big loud voice going, Joey.
I used to do before bed. I'm working on trying to do before work.
Is that for Susan's workout times? Yeah. I think it's important when you work out there's no right or wrong answer about when to train. It's the right or wrong answer for you. So try training at set times. When are you at your best?
Yeah. See, there's a few fitness books, fitness journals and whatnot that say you should never train just before going to bed because then you won't sleep. But I've known people who train and literally they'll train, they'll have a shower and they'll roll into bed and they'll sleep like a baby all night. So just because it's in a fitness book doesn't mean it's necessarily right. Generally speaking, I would say that's true. You shouldn't really exercise before bed, but if it suits you and that's the time that you like to do it, then go for it. But experiment and see what time you've got available. There's actually companies out there who can test your DNA. I can't remember what it's called now. There's DNA Fit, but there's... I can't remember what it's called now, but they'll take your DNA and they'll actually test you to say, okay, well, this is the type of diet that you should have, this is the best time for you to train, this, that and other, and it's all about your training times and your training volume and how you should train. Should you go high reps or low reps and everything else.
It's moved on. About 10-15 years ago they used to do it. It was the same kind of concept, was the blood type diet, and it's moved on from it. So it was depending on your blood type, kind of went that way. So but yeah, it's definitely moved on further.
Yeah. I would say it's appropriate for athletes to have these studies done and to see what you're more suited to. For everyday people, do what you enjoy because enjoyment beats everything else.
Now this is cool. We just got a donation from Susan, so thank you, Susan. But there's a wee flying potato.
Is that potato?
That's brilliant. It's come up as like a flying potato for the super chat.
I think it's like a...
Is that potato?
It looks like a bean. It looks like a blue squash or a bean.
So thank you, Susan. Thank you so much for your donation.
Thank you, Susan.
You're
That's awesome.
Now, Mark, our mate Mark's on. Now, Mark is here somewhere. There's Mark's map tier pin. There you are, Mark. Afternoon, guys. Hope you're both good.
Hi, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. Mark, I hope you caught the show, Secret Body. I'm assuming you probably would have done because you're a legend.
So. Go and watch it again anyway.
Go watch it again. Get the views up.
Get the views up. Now, Paulina's saying, by the way, shame BBC iPlayer does not work outside UK. I still wanted to watch Secret Body. Yes, Paulina, so ultimately BBC works off our TV licence, which we have to pay for monthly. Everybody in UK has to pay, which is weird. But yeah, so that's why it's not available outside of the UK. However, there were a few people on the comments saying I was able to do something with something.
Yeah, we're not going to say how that was done, but Paulina, if you look through the comments, people have given the solutions. Joe Byers, for example, who is in...
We're not technically minded, so we're not sure how that works. But somebody in the comments said, oh, I'm in the US and I did this and I was able to get it.
So go and look at their comments, particularly in the posts about the show, and you'll find out. There are solutions, apparently.
It's a pair, apparently, or rock shots. Get your rock shot, get your rock shot, honey. Morning, guys. Can't wait to rejoin the clan.
Who's that?
Devious Devil 302.
Ah, you Devious Devil.
What's your real name, Devious Devil? Now that I have started my consultant business, how do I keep that overwhelming feeling at bay? Joe, the best answer to this.
Time management.
Give yourself permission to not always get everything done. Because you're going to make yourself overwhelmed through the pressure that you put on yourself. Okay, it's nobody else putting that pressure on, it's just you. So if you give yourself permission to say, do you know what, I'm doing this because it's going to make me happy, and if I don't quite get everything done, that's okay. And what's the worst that could happen? You know, you miss out on a little bit of business now and again. So what? Is it worth your health worrying about that? Not really. So yeah, give yourself permission to chill the fudge out.
And the thing is, when you're doing extra tasks, the more often you do those extra tasks, you become accustomed to a certain volume of work. So then you'll naturally do more over time. If you suddenly then take on a whole bunch of stuff at once, it can be a bit kind of tricky. So yeah.
There's a compliment here from Susan. It's the best compliment we've ever had. You're all my super potatoes.
So it is a potato. It looks like a turquoise potato. Hey. Leslie Hall. Hey guys, can't stop. I'm at work, so hope you're having a good day, Leslie. All good.
Paulina, I'm not going to read that one out, but yes, you're right.
Somebody said we're Irish, but somebody's corrected. They're Scots, not Irish. That's something. Who's
called us Irish?
I don't know, but somebody's Rockshot's correcting them.
Is he maybe thinking that Susan's calling us Irish because she called us super potatoes?
Oh, right. no, Susan was calling us that
Potatoes.
because she gave it the nation and it came up with that super flying
Super
potato,
potatoes.
which obviously still appears on our chat. So, yeah.
Although to be called anything, you know, we're not actually too offended when somebody calls us Irish. We're like, yeah, do you know what, Irish are cool. That's fine. We're very similar.
Right, we'll wrap it up here.
Yes.
Yeah. So again, guys, even after this video is aired, if you've got any questions or ways that you want us to help you, just pop them in the comments for the video. Right now, this has obviously been live chat. Once the video is posted, you'll have comments. Pop any questions in there, and we will potentially, if there's enough of the same type, we'll make videos of them more.
Go to thekiltedcoaches.com, and if you're interested at all in weight loss, then sign up for our 7-day free trial.
Boom. Get it done. Right, super potato away.
Bye bye.